Hello everyone, welcome to Napoleonic Wars with a midweek battle here courtesy of many people. As you can see, the 47th are in here, the 87th as well on the Empire of United Kingdom, and as you can see, all looking good. All the guys in here, ready to go, ready to kick some posterior, as that's what it's all about. And on the French side, we have the 68th and the 65Y, and we have the 90th in there as well. So, let's see how they get on, shall we? As the artillery is setting up here, you can see engineers, gunneer, sorry, start that again in English, gunner, cannonade, in is the engineer, and you can see here Army RT Cadet Newton, and there's Lord Nigel Farage, oh crikey. So, these guys, you can see unlimbering the cannon, getting them ready. You've got RT Guard round here, 68th Rifles as JDOM, providing support. As you can see, cavalry come charging in, the hussars. Oh, look at that, taken down very quickly indeed. Stabbed mercilessly by the guard as they would look to go in to try and determine if they can take down the artillery, but no, it appears not. However, you can see these guys, look at this, the 65Y. All together, the Sammy Games, PFC Miles, and Ginger. Who is Ginger? Excellent. We heartily approve. And of course, our friend, the two-dimensional bird, is watching this battle. So, there's a few horses remaining. As is Volunteer Okami from the 47th, finds saber work going in. Recruit Warlord also from the 47th Cavalry. So, Volunteer Panty, or Painty I should say. God, what a face, look at that. And here, from the 68th Rifles is Aztec. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that's a very painful death. Look at that. So, you've got here Gunner Greg from the RT, and look at this, the RT numbers have been decimated by that attack. The artillery absolutely taken apart. They've lost the engineers, they've lost so much there, and that was a preemptive attack there on the French artillery. And here is Vortunans, I think that's how I pronounce it, Colour Sergeant, Major Lenin, and here is KGM Boundless now, engineering work being done by Posh Panda, gunner of the 47th. So, let's see if we can find out what's going on as we move over to the 15th YR lights. You can see these guys continuing to push back against the defenders of the French artillery section. And you can see they're making use of the hill to try and keep out of trouble as best they can. So, let's have a look around. Here is 65Y, Jantzia Historian, and they're fighting against what looks to be a commanding orifice. It's Sergeant, well, actually it's just a standard officer. Sergeant Major Banjo has just been unstrung. As another kill coming in there on poor old Johnstones. And you've got a nice little line over here as War Bacon gets taken down. And here is the 87th, Recruit Megalodon and Vistial Chicken. Oh no, we've lost Megalodon. Oh dear. And Mercenary Destiny. Holding the flag is Recruit Warlord doing his duty. If he didn't have whiskers, he'd look about 12. And there's Trinity Kaiser. Sergeant, fine beardage from that gentleman. Recruit Lamb also in there. Getting involved with a little bit of shoot and greet. Now, what's going on over here? As here is the 68th Rifles. Now, just have to wait and see what they're going to do. As the cannonballs continue to bounce by the side of these guys who are trying to make use of the cover that's available to them. As now you can see the 87th Trinity Kaiser moving the boys closer to their quarry as the other French lights come out of support or out of cover. And now the 65Y, they've lost a guy, but they're continuing to fire back. As you can see, plenty. Oh no, we've lost Recruit Owl. And Trinity Kaiser gets murdered by Biscuit Basil. Brutal, brutal murdering out there in the battlefield. As Biscuit Basil is now defending himself until he gets horribly murdered. And then Lamb slices up Vistal Chicken. Oh dear, never mind. So they're finishing off this area here. And now they've been given an all charge. So Recruit Lamb has been sliced. Here is Blaze Meme Lord 69. There's Mastermind Bombardier. Engineer, of course, Posh Panda. Boundless. Mercenary Rain is stabbed. And let's see who's out the front there. Here is the Fluffy himself. No! It's over. Poor Fluffy was hoping to kill some more people. And so that's the end of the first round. And we'll move on to the next one. So we return for the second round. Look at this. Engineering work by Cannonade. And there you can see Cadet Sava in as the artillery loader. Cadet Adam doing a little bit of support. And who is firing? It's Gunner Greg. And you're going to see the cannons firing their ordnance over towards the British on the opposing side of the bank. And you can see the Brits have already started firing. So they've got set up pretty quickly. Now you can see over there on the right flank, you've got a line of Brits moving up, making use of the available cover behind the brow of the hill. Let's look at that. The bouncing cannonball comes flying past here. As here is the British artillery, Blaze Meme Lord. There's Private Renadi. At the back, of course, Mr. Posh Panda building the obligatory Fort Derp that is the standard staple of artillery these days. So, let's have a look. As Private Renadi, sorry, doing his artillery stuff. And gets a nice kill onto Sergeant Eric of the 68th Rifles. And here is the 15th YR Light, Sergeant Major Banjo, with a fine moustache, checking through his spyglass for the enemy. And look at this. They're looking at each other with spyglasses. They're literally just standing there looking at each other with spyglasses. Fantastic. So, these guys definitely both know where each other is. So, let's see who the spyglass opponent was. That's Golden Blade from the 65Y. And now he's moving the line forward carefully. Oh, as down goes poor old PFC Miles. As all of a sudden, from behind, the attack coming in from the first. Look at this, the first Bestiole. Oh, look at this, lovely stuff. There we go, the Colonel. Malaria. There's more stabbing coming in from the cavalry as the cavalry have jumped the enemy. Oh dear, this is really unfortunate for the members of the 65Y. There's Kugelfang as he gets sliced across the front by Redbeard, Corporal of Horse. And cannonballs making the situation even worse, taking down multiple members of the 87, including poor Megalodon. Never mind. So, more murdering occurring as Zebad also goes down from the 47th. Here's your Major. And PFC North. Reloading, getting ready as Cannon. Oh, taking down Malaria. Poor Malaria. Never mind. Excellent cannon work, always good to see. 7 and 3, Redbeard dead, and Snaddy, also a Renadi in there as well, and Kitty Killer's in there too. Also good. So, here is Captain Mowegian. And loading over here, Cadet Thomas. And supporting Cadet Adam. And Cadet A1 Confident. That's a good name. So, over here is Cadet Onon, who appears to be AFK, possibly off. Lieutenant Colonel Jaeger of the Rifles, working together with him as well. There we go, Lance Corporal of Horse Big Chink. And there's Nigel Farage. Doesn't she look lovely? So, let's see. As there is A1 Confident taking pot shots at the enemy. We're going to have a look around to the 65Y are out and moving up to support Golden Blade. Officer in charge. Oh, Nelly! Cookies and Frex taken down by the cannonball of Cannondorf. Member of the 68th Artillery. So, let's see. Defensive positions as Kitty Killer manages to get a couple of kills onto Captain Mo Wigan and Cadet Thomas from the enemy artillery. And Johnstones, the light of the 15th YR, looking to get a good position. And look at this, the cannonballs being passed between these two teams. There's Mastermind. He's got to be moving around. He's got to keep moving in case the cannonball basically decides to replace his head with itself. So, it looks like there the 65Y Dragoons have lost some of their horses and now have to join the back end of a line. And here is Golden Blade from the 65Y. Well, precisely. So, let's go and have a sniff around. Oh my goodness, it's Posh Panda with a large chopper. Always dangerous. And now, let's see, there we go. The Fort Derp is being built. Fort Derp is well underway. And there is Fluffy with fine beard. And face down in a bush, it's Johnstones. So, let's have a look at our numbers. 20 and 13. So right now, the French Empire have the advantage. Let's see. As we move over the sand. As there is Nigel Farage. And Colonel Jaeger. And there goes Gunner Cal. Shot down by Dancelot, recruit of the 85Y. And hello to Painty. And hello to Cookie's mum. Look at this. Banjo getting in with a little bit of slice and dice. And taking down Big Chink with a fine saber slice. As Fluffy, still remaining alive, makes his way over to Artillery Fort Derp. Oh dear. Oh, that didn't go well for him, did it? Tried to hold on to survival. Hold on to life with a few vestiges of blood. But sadly it was not to be. Seems to be a lot of dead people around this fort. It's not really a protected fort that well, is it? If it's sort of got one open area. But we'll gloss over details. So, Posh Panda building those earthworks to stop the cannonballs when they come in the general direction of his teammates, like this gentleman Boundless. Now, oh, look at that, the fire coming from the far hill, or Golden Blade I should say, 65Y, and these lights taking pot shots at the enemy. There's Kajuba Fusilier. Also War Bacon, of course, the most tactical of all the bacons. Let's see. So, there we go. It's an all charge, boys and girls. It's an all charge. Now, obviously, this was put into place because otherwise everything will become a massive, huge standoff and get very, very boring for everyone. And so by making it an all charge, when there's a certain amount of people left, it stops camping and all that kind of good stuff. So, who's over here? Oh, Sergeant Major Banjo. Let's see how he gets on. As Mastermind gets stabbed by the Bacon. Oh, Bacon slicing up lots of people. Down goes the Colonel of the 87th. Oh dear, poor old Kitty Killer. Or Skitty Killer, sorry. Now, and War Bacon gets sliced by a teammate. Down goes Fluffy as well, courtesy of Dancelot. This is the murderer of Fluffy. Now, look at this Posh Panda with a slice. Could it be one-on-one? A nice slice. Look at that, a block and another slice. Oh, and he faked him out. Posh Panda with a fine slice and dice. Fantastic stuff. Let's have a look. 5 versus 1, and Posh Panda again. Wow.
Hurrah for old Nosy!
There we go, the charge and the cry from Posh. There we go, another kill into Sammy Games. The question is, can the remaining, the poshest of all the pandas, can he finish the job? No, he can't. I'm sorry, Posh. I'm sorry, that was such a clutch moment. Did fantastic with the melee. And unfortunately, right at the end. Oh well, never mind. We'll move on. And we return. Yet again. With the next round. And we have a quick sniff around. As you can see here, some horsey goings on. Yes, there's always horsey goings on. Those dastardly horses. Oh, poor old Gunner Cow has been left behind. As wow, Lance Corporal Tangy is going to sit out the rest of the round now as he's died in the first 2 minutes. That's very unfortunate for him. So, let's see. Now, Royal Robin has fallen off the server, is no more. And I think my volumes are a little bad. There we go, that might be better. Recruit Best of the 65Y. And there's Golden Blade. Keeping an eye on the boys. As there's 65Y cannon. Well, precisely. So, these guys getting themselves sorted out. Here are the 65Y. In horsey mode. On the clippity clops. There's Carcass. There's Gatu. Now, over the other side of the river, going past the cannons, as you can see, cannon, and quite a few guards as well, we have the opposing, I was about to say artillery. That doesn't look like artillery to me, that looks like cavalry. I know, what the odds, and it is. Oh, it's a man with a horn, it's Volunteer Nikolai. Fine horn work, as these guys circling around. There's Floris, including Dead Horse. Oh dear. Looks like somebody hit a duff note there. As poor old Cookies has lost his horse and will have to follow everyone around. So, now you can see a huge amount of defense on the French artillery this time. And it looks like Corporal John of the 90th is having a slight seizure. So let's see how they... Oh, dear. Oh, they started that burying rather early, didn't they? Well, they haven't done a very good job. They've only buried half of the poor bastard. Oh, well, never mind. Cannonade. Ouch! Goes Cadet Newton. Killed by Potato the Nor. And there is Cannondorf getting his revenge onto Royo. So... let's see if we can move away from the artillery of the French Empire. Gatu passing by the lights. PFC Ginger of the 65Y. And there, of course, Cannon. And Golden Blade continues to keep an eye on the boys. Keeping them focused. Recruit Best is going to take a pot shot. But which one? Now, Cadet Thomas from the 68th. And Cadet Sava, somebody's got to go and have dinner apparently. As here is Cannonade continuing their fine engineering work. So, we're back at the French artillery again. God damn it. And there, the fine Major Zibad. Aha, it's Mr. Warbacon. So, let's see, Major Lenin. Oh no! Splash one Warbacon. Dear oh dear, poor Warbacon. And Major Lenin leading the boys forward. Napoleon Jr. Oh, bit of a seizure there from Corporal John again. And Dwayne Dibley, a fine name. And a fine face to go with it. So, look at this. Volunteer Kyubi. Not anymore. Fell off the server. And here is Kugelfang working together with other members of the 65Y. So, there you can see, oh, Renati! Aztec with the rifle was taking pot shots at the enemy. Now, look at this, the 47th with their cavalry. Attention, this horse is reversing. Who's reversing his horse up or backwards? That was Baldwin Agarth, or Agarth. Yes, bit of a mouthful, but never mind. That's Floris W. Captain, moving to catch up with the boys. As you can see them running into the enemy cavalry. And that dragoon, that... Oh dear, down goes our man. As Floris... Oh, nice block there by Floris to stop that sabre. Ouch, but not to stop that sabre. He's got to stick together with his teammate if he can. Trying to block those swings from that very, very heavy cavalry sabre. And that sabre's got a lot of reach. A lot of distance are needed as down goes Gunner Cow. And Volunteer Nikolai also killed as well. As it looks like these guys are trying to get into the artillery Fort Dirt to defend themselves. And now, more slicing and dicing from Agarth. Taking down Furia, taking down Fresnado. And now, running for safety. And pausing. So, looks like they're going to be waiting for a horse. As another team kill coming in. And then there we go. It looks like they've kept a horse, one of their teammates. Poor old Cookies left without a ride. No ride for Cookies. There's Gunner Greg taking a pot shot at the British Army. Look at this, the French in the river. There's the fine 65Y. As Trinity Kaiser gets taken down with a cannonball from Cannondorf. So let's see. Who are these fellows? Mercenary Destiny. Wow, Cannonball just bouncing in front of him. Didn't even flinch. Fantastic. However, Chicken was slightly concerned by it. Understandably so. And now they're moving in the direction of these fellows. The 47th. As you can see, Redbeard taking a shot. Ouch! Down goes Warlord and Johnstone. And Painty as well. So that's very, very nasty. And now Mercenary Destiny is leading the boys. Here's Blaine Lean Lord. And sitting with them, obviously, is Sergeant Major Banjo. So look at the bullets rattling around this area. And the fire coming in from the river. Courtesy of the 90th, there's Major Lenin. And Corporal John, yet again, having his seizure. Needs to get back on that medication, John. So, let's see. Now, you've also got some additional forces moving up the 65Y, together with members of the 68th Hussars. I thought they were going to move up on maybe a left moving out flanking position, but it looks like they've actually decided not to. And that's probably why, up ahead. Detachment of the British Army, courtesy of the 87th. There's Annoying Rain, and there's Mercenary Destiny. And there, of course, Mr. Megalodon himself, and Nick the Slick down in the bottom. So they're all going to charge in about 20 seconds time. As we fly down the river, getting our feet wet. Obviously, figuratively speaking, as opposed to... Yeah, we can't run that fast. Even if we're carrying a camera, which, let's face it, in Napoleonic era, it will be a goddamn huge camera. Probably the size of a small truck. Or a cart of some sort. Considering the size of the cameras when they actually did come around. Anyway, let's see, as there's Cadet On. And everybody moving forward now. Cannondorf brought his Johnson's baby bud with him. Of course, other baby buds are available. And the all charge has been given. And let's see what the numbers are like. 30 and 18. So right now, the French Empire have a decided advantage. How long it's going to last, we'll have to wait and see. As the slicing and dicing begins. Look at that. Ginger taken down. As the French move forward. Going in for the melee. Down goes Mercenary Destiny. Down goes Recruit Owl. Wow. Look at that. Another murder into Armadillo. Armoured Armadillo, sadly not as armoured as he would have liked. As now, the final members of the British forces are defending themselves. Down goes the last but one. Here he is. Oh, he's being diddled from all directions. It's Banjo. He's being plucked in every direction right now. He's currently cheesing it. Is he going to turn and fight? Okay. Yeah, I don't think that worked how he planned. Never mind. Next round. Don't know where those guys came from. Just randomly by the camera. Very good timing. Who was that silly person? That was invitational say from the 15th YR lights. So, let's see, as we have a map change now. So, we shall. There is Lance Bombardier, Mastermind, with a fine face that only a mother could love. From the 47th. Now, let's see. You can see all the teams, all the guys on both sides. It's the United Kingdom versus the French again. There's Gunner Cal. As here is the artillery being moved into position. The British artillery with a fine placing on the hill, as placed, of course, by Mr. Fluffy. And there we go. The unlimbering has begun. And there is Volunteer Frex. Look at that. Fine engineering work from that girl. Put your back into it. Fantastic stuff. And they're in a very good, advantageous position to get good range onto their enemy. Now, we go over to one of the hills over the other side. Not that far away, you know, maybe 400 or 500 meters. Difficult to say, judging distance on this game. Because there they are up on that hill. So yeah, about 500 meters maybe a bit more. Whoa, Sergeant Major Banjo avoiding a cannonball as it whistled past his right ear. And so the 15th YR are in a good position, being relatively aggressive. As down goes Cadet On from the 68th, killed by the deadly Fluffy. The deadliest of all the fluffy things. And there is our friend, Two-Dimensional Bird. As the engineer Cannondorf starts putting in the earthworks. At least we hope he does. Ah, there we go. So, Cannondorf filling up the earthworks stuff here to intercept those cannonballs, as unfortunately Major Banjo and Harjivan have captured cannonballs already. Look at that. There's one of the cannoneers, unfortunately, deciding to have a bit of a lie down. So, here the 68th Lights. Whoa, Nelly. Cadet Thomas and Captain Norwegan killed by a fine cannonball from the Fluffy. Cadet Adam in with the artillery. Fluffy's too OP on the cannon. Please nerf. Nerf Fluffy. Fluffy must be nerfed immediately. For the sake of all. And here is the 68th Rifles. Now you've got random horse wandering off over there. And these guys are supporting that area. You've got the 65Y hiding behind the hills. That's the advantage of when you have a hilly map like this, is they can hide their position quite easily. And so there's the 90th. That's Corporal Tangy. Looks like he's going to take a shot at John, the corporal. And there we go. There's Dwayne Dibley and Major Lenin in the process of getting the boys together. So, let's see as these guys get themselves sorted. They've got to be careful. Don't want to be in line with a cannonball. Otherwise, that's a bad way to go, as poor Lieutenant Colonel Jaeger, or Jaeger I should say, gets taken down. As here is Dance-A-Lot recruit. Look at him, is that fine armour. Look wonderful. Gleaming in the sun. And of course that long cavalry sabre to give him that extra reach off the horse. For that all-important slice into the back. And let's see who's the leader. There, look at that. Gatou. With a fine crest on his bonce. Capleur. Supported by Metal Squeeze. If that's how you even say it. Angel. Makia. Oh dear, down goes Carrick. There's Dance-A-Lot. Furia. And now Makia at the back. So, the cannonballs claiming... Oh, look at this. A sneaky little outfit from the 87th with Trinity Kaiser. Sergeant with the beard. Looking for these guys. Oh, look at this. As they're being attacked now. And this is the opportunity they looked for. They weren't in the open. I think it's fair to say the line may have had the advantage under the circumstances, as Makia is now looking for an opportunity to try and salvage this as best he can. Look at this. But now they've got reinforcements coming up on the line as the cavalry breaks away, but then gets attacked at the same time by the British horse. Look at this. Oh, fantastic. Down goes Mr. Bacon. Down goes Nikolai. Oh, nearly barged to floor by one of his teammates' horses. Very nasty indeed. As Nikolai now has a musket. He's going to pick up some cartridges, maybe. He's going to pick up... He's going to get his horn out. Now. They get... Ouch! Wow, where did that come from? Volunteer eastwardly. And here is Colonel Misty of the 68th Lights. That fine moustache and beardage on that gentleman. And Sergeant Eric. Ah, look at this. There's Cannondorf creating his defensive entrapment for the enemy. To protect the boys if they come under attack from what remains of the cavalry. So Cannondorf continuing to do his work. As there, Cadet Newton. Oh wow, was that a cannonball that just whistled past? I think it may have been. Working together with A1 Confident, cadet of the 68th Arty. So being trained up on the job by the members of the 68th Arty. Uh-oh, his cavalry comes flying in. Onto the French artillery and the defensive position. Look at this. And now Colonel Misty of the 68th Lights in there with the boys defending. And this is a good defensive position for them. They're protected from the cavalry. And now they can essentially hold the enemy back. As Lieutenant Cheesy goes down. And look at this. Now they're looking to try and take out the defences, as Redbeard now defeating all those objects. All those defences. And now it opens it up for the other members of his regiment. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. That could have been very unfortunate. Down. Down goes Aztec from the rifles. Oh no, the engineer Cannondorf gets taken down. Redbeard on a little bit of a rampage right now. Trying to do as much damage as he can to the French artillery. Line troops also getting involved. Oh, not sure he's going to stand much chance with a very small sword like that. Oh, he gets stabbed in the bottom, sliced in the bottom. This is bad until finally shot down by Nigel Farage. As Cadet Newton and poor old Gunner Cal is killed by Renardi. And there's a little bit of teabagging going on here. Never mind. So, let's see. It's Fluffy. Checking through the spyglass for the artillery. What could he see through his eyes? Oh, he's actually firing the cannon. Fluffy waiting for the arrival. There we go. A fantastic shot. Fluffy has killed Nigel Farage. So, rip Nigel Farage. Good stuff indeed. So, let's have a look at our numbers. 11 and 23. Holy crap, the French are really in trouble. Numbers are down quite a significant amount. Here's Recruit Owl. Sorry. There was Recruit Owl. Recruit Owl is now X-Owl. And here's Megalodon, who continues to survive. Also good news. As there's Kererman. Was that Megalodon? No, it's Annoying Rain who just died. Oh, Eastwardly gets killed by Fluffy. A team kill. Oh dear. And down goes Megalodon. Killed in melee. So let's see. As down goes Recruit Lamb of the 87th. Here, the 15th YR, Johnstone's defending himself, coming under stab attack from multiple directions, and down he goes. No more for that man. Now, who could this be? It's Mac Andrews, Recruit of the Lights. The 15th YR Lights. Oh, fine stab, sir. Lovely stuff indeed. Can he defend himself against two Frenchmen? Goes to a turning stab, manages to block the attack on him. Gets stabbed once. Is he going to get stabbed again? Oh, look at that. A fine parry. And a block as well until finally Kugelfang takes down his quarry. And over here, we've got Volunteer Frex. Whoops-a-daisy. A kill into Roundless. And then very quickly killed by Kugelfang. Whoops-a-daisy. Don't think that's what happened, what was intended. But never mind. As there we go. Renardi kills Fluffy. And Kugelfang is murdered. So there you have it. That's that one round. And we have one more round remaining. We'll be right back. And so we return for the final round. On this fine deserty map with plenty of bush. Who doesn't like bush in the desert? Well, let's be fair. It gets a bit sandy. A bit irritant, you know. Rubbing in the wrong places. Not good. So, Lance Bombardier Mastermind of the 47th. And there, Volunteer Ryu. Gunner Cal. Who's this gentleman? It's Private Renardi. The fine pipe. And there is Potato the Nor. Grenadier. Doesn't she look lovely? And look at this. Another fine hill for these boys from the 87th to get the cannon onto. So the unlimbering has now begun. You'll see the cannon placed down into position. The box containing the ammunition put to one side. There we go. And there you have your alternative shots. Your cannonball shot. And your canister. And then they assassinate the horse. Because why not? Come on, what's taking you? God, how long does it take to assassinate a horse? I guess they got a lot of health. Never mind. If he kept missing when he was assassinating the horse, that would have been embarrassing. Anyway, what's over here? It looks like another section of the artillery. So it looks like they've decided to split their artillery on two separate hills, which could be a very interesting way of doing things. As there's Blaze Meme Lord, and Bundless, and of course Mastermind, the Lance Bombardier. Oh, cannonballs! As here you can see more kills coming in from Fluffy. He's off again. OP. Nerf Fluffy. Nerf all those damn Fluffy hacks. That's a new line of I said, a new product line coming out this week from Fluffy. The new Fluffy hacks. Yes, only the best hacks from Fluffy. So, let's see. Sergeant Major Banjo and the other members of the 15th YR Lights. Now, let's see. As we look around. Aha. It's the British cavalry. Don't these fine fellows look fantastic? The hussars. Huzzah! There's Major Zebad, Kyubi, Apollo, and Captain Floris. W. Cadet Thomas, murdered by Fluffy. God, how many kills is it? He's got 4 kills already. It's only been less than 4 minutes. Good God, man. Yes, the Fluffy needs nerfing. Definitely. So, here's War Tunans waiting with other members of the 90th Regiment. Now they start moving out while Corporal John checks on the spyglass. I think he sees cavalry, we're not sure though. So, at the back is Major Lenin and of course the sizzly bacon of war. Now, Lancia Historian, or Jancia Historian, no, he's not named after a car. Jancia Historian from the 65Y, getting the boys to now follows. PFC Ginger is the man at the back. And these guys are moving out now. We can get an idea of what their movements are relating to, oh goodness me, it's hot cavalry on cavalry action right now, boys and girls. As you can see, down goes another one. Cannondorf taken down as well, courtesy of a slice and dice saber attack. Down goes Andbird, killed by CBO Angel of the 1st. Looking for a opportunity to kill more. Oh, gets a damage on a horse. And over here you can see these guys defending themselves from the attacks. There's Big Chink. And here is Lieutenant Cheesy trying to damage the horses so they can't get away. So then all of a sudden they come under attack. The fire is devastating coming in from the 65Y, along with Biscuit Basil and of course Lancia Historian. As Renati gets killed by Fluffy again. Wow. Fluffy, needless to say, deeply impressed. So, Lance Corporal Tangy deciding to pull back, supported by Fusilier Kujua on the left side. Now, let's see, what do we have over here? Jancia Historian, and it looks like some cavalry, French cavalry sniffing around. Yes, indeed, as we hear cannonballs whistle behind. As here is Recruit Dancelot. At the back, with the colours, is Carcass, who happens to be riding very well considering he's not holding onto the reins. As down goes Recruit Owl. Oh dear, that was unfortunate as Jancia Historian has taken some damage. The 15th YR Invitational Say and the other members of the 15th, Johnstones and Co, taking pot shots at the enemy. A fine kill there from Mr. Bacon. And there's Major Lenin, recently dehorsed. As now, let's see. Oh, I could be wrong. No, not him. He wasn't dehorsed. As Cheesy, Lieutenant of the Lights. And these guys moving out to try and keep a go. Keep everything moving. And let's see. All charge at 53 minutes in 17 seconds. 23 versus 17. So, Lance Corporal Jancia Historian and the Sammy Games and the other members of the 68th Lights. As there we go, down goes Aztec, and they fire off the last of their shots as Fluffy with his final shot before the all charge claims the life of the sizzly one, Mr. Warbacon. So, an unfortunate finish to Mr. Bacon, as the all charge is now underway. Well, precisely. And so, on this battle, this is the last round. 5 kills to nothing for Fluffy. That's just brutal. And so, it looks like... Yeah, look at that. Wow. Oh dear. The slicing and dicing has begun on the hill by the artillery. As down goes one of the enemy, and you can see... Oh, for God's sake. So, here we got Jantia Historian, Golden Blade. Over here, Sergeant Major Banjo getting into a melee battle. Look at that, a fine stab. Fluffy is taken down by Kugelfang. Cadet Newton finished off by Banjo. Major Lenin gets murdered. Kuju gets killed by Nigel Farage. Yeah, he's dangerous, that Nigel Farage. Mastermind. Ouch. Very nasty. So, let's see. One member of the French Empire remains. As there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. Oh, they spawned an admin horse. That's always fun. So, our thanks to all the regiments that have attended. My thanks to the 87th for hosting.
Women fight with swords. Men fight with cannons.
Oh, there's an admin horse. Follow the admin horse. High-speed horse. Oh, God. I love the admin horse. The fact that somebody with it. Admin horse. Admin horse. High-speed horse. So utterly ridiculous. And he's now got a shotgun. And he's now charging around at 900 miles an hour on a horse. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And we'll see you again soon for more Napoleonic Wars. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.